everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspirational juice. It is September the 28th, 2021, and today the topic is God with us. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I wasn't kind of feeling it a little bit this morning. I mean, I was up. I got up early-ish, but didn't necessarily feel like moving much. And it may be because of something I forgot to tell y'all about yesterday. So, long story short, yesterday I kicked off the workout portion of my new routine. And yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that yesterday. But yeah, so needless to say, it was interesting because while I was doing it, I didn't necessarily feel it much. I kind of felt it in certain areas, and I'm going to talk to Mr. Leo about that today. Yes, there's an episode of Accountability that is scheduled for 8:30 a.m. So yeah, I'm going to chit-chat with him about those things, but I can say that I'm definitely feeling it now. So I'm glad that today was a rest day. So my new routine goes like this. It's like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are workout days. Tuesday and Thursday are rest days, and then Saturday and Sunday are rest days. So I'm cool with that. I like breaking it up in that way. He said he might give me something else to work out on, or like another routine to do on Wednesdays, so I can be working a different part of my body or something like that. But again, maybe I'll get more information about that today on accountability. But yeah, I also received some items that helped me out. If you guys are in my women's group, then you know I went live and I showed them some of the things. But I'm going to get ready to show you all one of the things right now. Check this out, y'all. I don't know if y'all ready. Check it out. For my people that are watching me live, they see this huge 64-ounce water bottle. Yeah, because as y'all know, Mr. Leo has told me I need to be drinking half of my body weight in water every day. And so I got this one. It's a little bit over the amount that I'm supposed to be drinking, but still, y'all, this is huge. And I'm sure it sounds huge to you guys on the podcast. But yeah, so this is what your girl is trying to drink every day. Y'all be praying for your sister out here, because this is a lot, right? Oh goodness. But all right. Another challenge for your girl. But anywho, yeah, shout out to whoever's watching live. Appreciate you for checking a sister out early this morning. But yeah, I did my prayer meditation and everything. A little bit distracted, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit slightly distracted, but it was good when I was tuning into it and like paying attention. And basically afterwards it had me think about this phrase, God with us. I kind of thought about the Holy Spirit. I thought about, the fact that God is inside of us, things like that. But then the phrase God with us is what led me to my verses for today. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So Matthew 1:23, it says, "Behold, the virgins shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel," which means God with us. Well, y'all know that story, right? Y'all know about Mary and, the virgin birth and all that, and the birth of Jesus and everything. I'm not telling y'all nothing new in regards to that. I know it's interesting to reflect on, because it's just, the word virgin alone these days is just so taboo. It's like so, like, not say unknown, but like, how can I say? I don't personally think it's taboo, but it's just one of those things that people don't even, I guess, expect these days. But hey, there are some people out there, holding on, and I commend them for doing so. And yeah, but anywho, that just made me think about that when I read that verse this morning. But obviously, the most important part of the verse is the whole concept of Emmanuel, God with us. Another thing that I thought about this morning as I was thinking about this whole concept of God with us is how people get into their minds that they are God. Like, I mean, people say that, and you hear that phrase all the time. You'll be like, we are gods, and God is me. I'm a God, and all this. And I'm like, I'm just mimicking people. That's not Miracle out here saying that I'm a God, because I do not. It's like, I know my place. I know that I am not. I might have some attributes of God because I'm made in God's image, as the word say. But other than that, yeah, I just think it's just very clear where that comes from. Like, especially if you read the Bible, there's only like one spirit that came with that type of energy, the whole I want to be God energy. And so I'm just saying, as an observation, if we have that mindset, then perhaps we are, have the same, or operating under that same spirit. And that's just something to think about on today. So anyway, let me keep going. It's Miss Ashley. Girl, she know about it. Look, should I just automatically assume it's you every time? I'm just kidding. I have people tune in, so I have to still say, shout out to whoever it is until somebody says it. But good morning, Ashley. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, you're right. It scares me too that people say that so often, because it's like they just take it lightly. They really do just exalt themselves in that way. And it's just like, okay, well, like I said, that's the thought that came across my mind this morning, that, you know what? There's only one other spirit that does that and said that, and if you out here saying that, then you might be operating under that spirit. I'm just saying. Oh, good morning. But anyway, let me keep going. So then Joshua 1:9, it says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I don't know if we, even if we read this, I don't know if we really, exercise this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we really understand what this means. Because, I don't know. I mean, I guess when I think about people, when I think about the way we operate, we don't operate without fear. You know what I mean? Like, very rare. Few. You very rarely see someone that's really just bold and just fearless and just know that God is with them and all that. Like, I've seen some people, don't get me wrong, I've seen some people operating that, and it's a beautiful thing to see and it's encouraging and inspiring to see as well. But then most of the time, a lot of us we walk around in fear. I know I heard someone say recently that they wish that more men would have a backbone in this aspect, especially when you're standing for truth and righteousness and all these things. So, as believers, I guess I personally feel like we all should be walking in this. I mean, it says it repeatedly, that we need to be strong and courageous. It, reminding us that God is with us. And I don't know. I'm just saying, if we get into the Word and really start to live and walk in this, maybe we'll see some changes, not only in our life, but in the way we interact with people and the way we live. But that's just me. That's just me making observations. I don't know. Well, let me keep going. So then 1 Corinthians 3:16 says, do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells within you? Good question. Do we know that? We don't act like we know that. And you know what? Something came to me last year throughout my process of this whole thing with the juice. And it had me reflecting on all these different synagogues and chapels and all these beautiful, especially I think a lot of places are in Europe that have all these beautiful chapels and all these beautiful places. And for whatever reason, it came to me that like we are like that to God. Like we're like these chapels walking around. Now I don't know, if that's accurate or whatever, but I mean, according to this, it does say that we're God's temple, and that's what we think of. Like when we think of temples, we think of church, right? We think of chapels, we think of all these, beautiful synagogues and all these buildings, but God said that we are the church, and so I don't know, maybe we should think of ourselves in that way. Think of ourselves as this beautiful chapel that God has created that just happens to walk and talk and all the beautiful things that the human body can do. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe if we think of ourselves in these ways or in this way, then maybe we'll put more value into ourselves. Because I know a lot of times it's like we don't value ourselves. Lord, I ain't trying to get into it, but y'all know. I mean, some people really don't believe that they just think we're animals. Like they feel as if we're like a step above animals a bit, or maybe not even. And it's just one of those things of like, God said, let us make man in our image. Like that's one of the first things in Genesis, right? And so we are not an animal. Like in my humble opinion, according to what the Bible say, you know what I mean? It's like we're not the same. Like even if there might be some attributes or whatever, but we're something different. I think it's pretty clear. In my humble opinion, it is. But I mean, some people don't think that. So again, if we don't value ourselves, then how can we understand like how much God values us, if that makes sense? I don't know. These are the things that crossed my mind this morning as I was reading, and I hope that it encourages and inspires you by me sharing. But it's just questions. I mean, hey, I asked the question, and then the Bible here asks the question as well. Do you know, or do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? Let's ask ourselves that today, y'all. Let's just reflect on that. Let it marinate on our hearts, souls, and minds this morning. Another verse, Zephaniah 3:17. It says, "The Lord your God is in you." Is in your man. My mama get on me all the time about this, and I know y'all tired of me doing this on the podcast. I can't read my writing. Okay, the Lord your God is in your midst. That seems like it might be right, but y'all check it. Check it. It's in your midst, a mighty one who will save, and he will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exalt over you with loud singing. I think this is one of those verses, and I think there's some more verses that refer to God like singing and joyful over us, right? Which is, I don't think we think of him that way. I think we think of him like, again, the other attributes like being judged and being all these things. We don't necessarily think about God taking joy in us. But I mean, this is what the words say, right? This is what the words say, I guess, in regards to, as I was reading, I just kind of imagined that this is the heart of God. Like, this is how God feels about us. And again, if we keep these things in our hearts, souls, and minds, then, maybe we'll live and operate a little differently, like to know deep inside that, man, you know what, hey, God delights in me. Like, he sings over me. Like, he excited about me. Like, I mean, I don't know. Just something I'm reflecting on today. Look, Ashley said we forget that he is a father. Yes, our father in particular. Exactly, right? Exactly. It's just one of those things that I guess hopefully this encourages you and inspires you, and it will keep this on your heart, soul, and mind today. To know that, hey, God delights in you. He thinks of you maybe just as beautiful or even more beautiful than all these beautiful chapels that are around the world that we see. And he's with us, and although we are not him, but he is in us, and yeah. And just these is what I was reflecting on this morning, and these are the verses I came across, and I just hope again that it encourages and inspires you wherever you are on your journey, friend. But as I say, that's the juice. That's the juice. The Bible verse of today is Philippians 2:13. It says, "For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure." Friends, I hope y'all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. But let me tell you this real quick, podcast people. Y'all know that my book just went out over the weekend. I shared all that stuff with you yesterday, right? So guess what your girl done did? All right, what I done did is I made the book. It is available in ebook form on Kindle, and it's available for free over the next 5 days. So if you can and will, please go check it out. I would love to get feedback. I would love to, see what you all have to say about that. Y'all know what it is. It's the cultivation period. A single Christian journey. Yes, like I said, it is available for free over the next 5 days for you all to read. I would love for you guys to read and review it. Give your girls feedback. Like, what Miracle needs to put down a pen. I can receive that. I would prefer you not put that. But hey, you can inbox me that though. Just kidding. Tell the truth. I mean, tell the truth. Don't lie. But yeah, man, that's what's going on. Just another little thing. And so those of you out that listen to the podcast and everything like that, if you do have Kindle Unlimited, then you all can go download it for the free. And check out your girl's new book, The Cultivation Period, A Single Christian's Journey. Yep. Now in the next 5 days, free on Kindle Unlimited. All right, y'all. Look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow at the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Other Christian books for singles may focus on the theoretical aspect of loneliness and the connection with God, Dr. Tiffany Watkins offers you a step-by-step guide to heal, motivate, and reach your highest potential. This eye-opening Christian book for single women is called The Lonely Heart, A Successful Guide to Single Living. Get your copy on Amazon today.